In this exercise tutorial, I'm going to be taking you through how to do a single arm plank. This is a progression of the traditional plank because as opposed to having 4 points of contact with the floor or mat that you're using, you're now going to be reducing this down to 3. And as opposed to being in a nice set stable position, because we're taking away 1 point of contact, you're going to be unsteady in terms of your position. Therefore, your center of gravity is going to change and it's going to be harder to try and keep your balance and also your back completely straight without rotating when you do the exercise. Now, firstly, there's 2 ways of how to do this, one of which most people when they do a plank will do this, some people will do that style. You can do either style. This would be harder and this would be easier. I'm going to show you this style in this exercise tutorial. So firstly, I'm going to come into a position where my elbow is directly underneath my shoulder, my hand's in contact with the floor. I'm going to be working my left side first. And from here, you'll notice my foot position is a little bit wider than what you would usually see in a plank position. So from here, arm can go behind the body or it can go around the side. You're going to come up and you're going to hold your set position. Once you've done this, you do exactly the same on the other side and you're going to hold your set position. What you're going to notice is that as you bring your feet closer in, it's going to be harder, and the wider you bring your feet out, because you've got a wider base to start from, the easier the exercise is going to be. So as opposed to some people who like to improve the exercise by, let's say, doing longer sets, what you can do is the same amount of time in your set, but what you can do is start to bring the feet narrower, and that's going to make the exercise harder. So let's go through the steps. So elbow directly underneath your shoulder. From here, for the easiest version, we'd come out really wide. Bring your hand away, and from there, you're going to hold set position. If you want to make it harder, narrow that stance and do exactly the same, holding your position. There's a couple of ways that you can do your single arm plank, and of course you'd repeat that for your desired amount of seconds and sets.